Hi, welcome to part 3 of books I got for Christmas haul. These are all from Book Outlet. Part 1 is the retellings I got, and part 2 is the middle grade. So the first book is Survive the Night, where a group of teens get invited to an all-night underground rave, and then one of the girls ends up dead and they realize it's actually a trap. So that sounds pretty interesting, and I love this cover. It's like sparkly. I'm really excited to read this one. The next one is Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter. I guess this is a retelling of a Russian folktale of Vasilisa the Beautiful. I have never heard of that. But I guess there's a curse on this girl's village, and then with the help of a talking wooden doll that she got from her mom, she's able to try and break the curse on her neighborhood, which actually sounds terrifying because talking dolls scare me. So I don't know if this is supposed to be scary, but it sounds really creepy, which I kind of like, so we'll see. The next one is A Shadow Bright and Burning. I guess there's the first female sorcerer in ages who can control flames, and she could be the chosen one or not, and it involves monsters and teen warriors. And according to the back, it's like a different way of having like the chosen one, because that's all they ever talk about in YA, so I'm hoping it's going to be a little different. Next one is Long May She Reign by Rhiannon Thomas. I guess a girl that's 23rd in line to the throne suddenly ends up on the throne because everyone else ahead of her was poisoned. So I think it's like a mystery, and she has to try to find out who murdered everyone. Maybe like Game of Thrones-ish mixed with a mystery. That sounds interesting. Next one is Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. Honestly, this was a cover buy because it's like such a beautiful cover, and Wild Beauty sounds like a cool name. But I guess there's a special garden where if you fall in love too deeply, the lovers vanish, and then they find a random boy like shows up, and then they start to wonder if maybe their lovers are going to reappear. So I don't know, like that doesn't really sound like a book I would pick up, but I did because of the cover, so I'm hoping it'll be good. Next is Almost Adulting by Arden Rose. I guess this is written, actually I read this, it's written by a YouTuber. I think I gave it 2 out of 5 stars because like throughout the book it is some good advice, but it's kind of more of like her chance to tell her own personal stories. And she's writing a book when she's only 21 about adulting, and she just has become an adult, so I don't really give her that much credit. So it's not really my cup of tea, but I don't know, it's okay. Next one is Bad Girls with Perfect Faces by Lynn Weingarten. In this one, a girl is pretending to be a boy online, I guess, in order to protect her best friend. So maybe it's going to be like Catfish. And I also like the cover on this one, like the lipstick. I always buy things that look really girly, like if they have lipstick or shoes or like glitter on the cover, then for some reason I think like, okay, gotta buy it. The next is Antisocial by Jillian Blake, where someone hacks into everyone's phones at this girl's school, and then so everyone's dark secrets are exposed, and I guess this is all about all the drama that happens with that. That sounds terrifying. Like, I don't know what I would do. I would have to move to a different country. Someone hacked into my phone and shared everything, like all the photos, all the text messages, like that. I don't think I could recover from that. The next one is The Summer of Chasing Mermaids. And I was reading the cover, or the back cover, and I almost wonder if it's a Little Mermaid retelling, which I didn't realize at first, but I guess this girl doesn't have a voice because of a boating accident. And then she like falls in love, but she's scared of the ocean, and then she has to overcome her fear of the ocean to go to a dance with him or something like that on a cove that was named after a mermaid. But I don't know if this book actually involves mermaids or just it has to do with the cove that was named after a mermaid. Normally if I see anything with the name mermaid in it, I buy it. Same with like fairies. I'm just like, ooh, mermaid. So, I don't know. It could be stupid, but we'll see. The next one is The Mermaid's Secret by Katie Schickel. This one, like the other one, there's a boating accident. And I guess this girl's older sister died in that. And then Jess, the main character, on her 23rd birthday, she is suddenly turned into a mermaid by a wave. And she gets like superhuman powers. And then she ends up having to choose between land or sea. So this could either be really stupid or really good. The next one is Wonder Strange. A girl is playing the Fairy Queen in a production of A Midsummer's Night's Dream, and then she meets a guy who tells her that the fairy world is actually real, and there are fairies coming after her because she's actually not immortal. I'm guessing maybe a fairy. And she has to worry about saving the human world. I didn't hear very positive reviews about this one, but it was about a fairy, so I had to buy it. The next is All That Glows by Ryan Grodin. I guess a red-haired fairy is sent to London as part of some fairy guard and is sent to guard a prince, and then I guess some ancient forces from the London's magical underworld try going after this guy, and then the fairy ends up falling in love with the guy she sent to protect. Next one is Wings by April and Pike. I wanted to get this one for a while, and then finally it was on Book Outlet. A girl wakes up one day with a flower blooming on her back, and then she soon finds out about her past from another fairy, and then she has to race to save her human family from fairy enemies. Next one is Paranormal Sea by Kirsten White. This is about a group of people who are paranormal, and then I guess this girl starts having bad dreams with like messages in them, and then they're wondering if some prophecy is going to come true about the end of all paranormal creatures. Next one is I Woke Up Dead at the Mall by Judy Sheehan. A girl wakes up dead at the Mall of America, and then she has to figure out how she got murdered because she doesn't remember. And then meanwhile, while she's doing that, I guess she falls in love with a boy. I don't know if it's a ghost boy or a real boy, but then that gets in the way of like her mystery solving as to like how she got murdered. I just picked it because as soon as I read Mall of America, I was like, gotta read it, because when I was little, I used to imagine like myself getting trapped in a mall, and for some reason I thought that would be like the best way to live, just like sleeping in the mall and then just like having all the clothes I wanted. I'm glad that never came true. The next one is Nemesis by Brendan Reeks. Every 2 years, a girl is murdered on her birthday, and then she wakes up just fine, like in a field. And then there's also a guy who keeps on having dreams about murder, and he doesn't know why. And then I guess there's an asteroid coming to destroy Earth, and so they have to race to figure out what's going on. And then it turns out there's like a conspiracy involving like 64 students of this girl's sophomore class. I think maybe it's like involving experiments or something. I don't know, but it sounded really interesting to me. The next one is the Savage Song, which everyone on BookTube talks about so much. But I guess there's like a city of monsters, and there's a monster who wants to be human, but he can steal souls with the song. And then I guess you just can't tell who's a hero or a villain. And the city is just like divided, I guess, between monsters and non-monsters. And then the last one is called Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. It's a dystopian world where a girl has a fatal touch and people want to use her as a weapon, and I guess she like ends up falling in love, of course, because it's YA and they always have to fall in love. Which, I mean, I'm not really complaining, but I mean, does every book have to have that? I don't know, but yeah, so that concludes my What I Got for Christmas haul. The next video will probably be what I read in December. And thanks for watching. So if you like, please subscribe. And if you have any book recommendations, please feel free to put them in the comments. Alright, bye!